right, Allen, serious business. Bernard Hopkins hasn't lost a fight since he lost to Roy Jones back in 1993. On several occasions, negotiations were underway to try to put Hopkins and Jones together again. It has not ever happened. However, in the new Ring Magazine pound-for-pound rankings of the past few weeks, Hopkins has moved up to #1. So he's fighting to protect that ranking here against Allen and to take it on into September, if in fact that takes place. Allen, southpaw, tries to work behind his right jab, was effective with it in the first couple of rounds of their first fight.
All right, break out.
One good thing for Bernard is that he's taller than Allen, which makes him have the advantage more so because now Allen has to kind of come to him.
And while Bernard is not a huge one-punch puncher, he's used that leverage that he gets from his height to wear opponents down frequently throughout his career, right?
Yes, he does.
Allen, incidentally, is a natural right-hander. One of the few natural right-handers you'll see fight from the southpaw stance.
Says that he did it from the first moment he went into the gym. Just felt more comfortable that way. Michael Moorer was like that.
All right, break out. Step back.
He talked about that hold one arm, pound away with the other technique.
They both love to do that.
The first fight was very tactical, 4 rounds before it ended. Neither one had a significant advantage. The second fight, Hopkins started to be more aggressive and throw more right hands and seized the initiative and dominated Allen.
Yeah, and you have to wonder what was going on in Allen's life at that moment, as he didn't seem very well prepared for the fight. By his own admission, he says, well, I trained in Miami while the Falcons were preparing for the Super Bowl, and I was rooting for the Falcons, and it distracted me. If you're distracted by that before your biggest fight, then there must be something else going on, too.
Yes, a lot of other things may be going on.
You got a problem? You got a problem? Okay, what I told you. All right, no hitting on a break. All right, let's go.
See, and surely at this moment, Hopkins is saying, I got him. There's Cortez already taking Allen to task.
A left hand from Allen landed.
Hold it right there. Let's go. Lead fight, lead round. All right, time.
Tactical first round draws boos from the crowd.
Settle down. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. Don't worry about it. Everything's cool. Get water.
Hopkins with the trainer he fired, who then sued him, and now they're back together, lovey-dovey.
Everything's cool in this, son. Just go right back to the original plan. Stay right there. One.
Trap him left, trap him right.
And fire the shot.
And trap him left, trap him right. And then he's going to come. But he's moving right into the trap.
Throw the shot forward.
Throw the shot.
Even if he's trying to counter?
The trap, the hook's going to bring it back to your left hand. When he come back, he's going right to the left.
Seems to me they ought to be on the same page by this time, Roy.
Yeah, it seems like they should have that together already, so that worries you. Because you wonder how is he in the corner now asking questions, especially after you fought a guy 2 times already.
Yeah, and you heard the crowd boo at the end of round 1. That's because CompuBox could only find 8 landed punches in the round, 6 for Hopkins and 2 for Allen. And they only threw a total of 55 between them. Some middleweights would average 55 per round on their own. So the first round was slow.
It was a fill-out process, I think.
Another left hand lands for Allen. Just a little poke, but he got it into Hopkins' face with a left hand lead.
Do you feel, Roy, that Hopkins has become more and more of a counterpuncher over the years?
Yes, he has. He knows when to be aggressive and how to be aggressive. But he kind of goes out and he does a little bit like Castillo did in the last fight. He starts out slow and he picks up as the fight goes on because he knows most of these guys will wear down throughout the course of a long fight.
At 39, is there any reason for Bernard to worry about how much gas he has in the tank?
No, because he stays trained all the time. He stays ready. He's very disciplined. One of the best disciplined champions you'll ever see.
No bad habits.
No bad habits, so he does not have to worry about getting tired. He won't run out of gas. Hopkins
is a gym rat, kind of like Roy Jones.
You got to love the gym if you're going to compete.
And with Allen at an odd angle and with his back turned to Bernard Hopkins, Hopkins took advantage of the opportunity to pepper him with 3 shots and now knocks him down on a left hook that Joe Cortez says was not in a knockdown. Not an official knockdown. He says it was a trip with the foot.
Well, it looked like a knockdown, but maybe Hopkins inadvertently was stepping on the front foot of Allen.
I believe he was. And Hopkins didn't protest the call at all. You have a hunch that if all goes well for Bernard, he'll acknowledge after the fight that Joe Cortez is one of the greatest referees there is.
Allen is having real problems cutting the ring off on Bernard, and that shouldn't be a problem for a seasoned fighter.
Bernard hits Allen with a straight right hand as Allen prepared to step in.
He's looking for that right knee hook. He's looking for that hook, baby.
With all of his experience, his 18 consecutive title defenses, Hopkins doesn't worry much about pleasing the crowd.
Never has.
Boos aren't likely to change what he's doing in there.
No, they won't. And that shows his discipline once again. He's not going to let somebody talk him into doing something that he doesn't want to do.
All right.
Neither of them deserve to win that round as far as I'm concerned.
What, you thought the first one was any better?
Double up for me.
This fight is off to a desultory start.
Right? Not big, just double them. Quick, quick.
Smart and patient. Smart and patient. Clicking away.
Just quick. Don't worry about the big power. Quick shot. Hit the top.
So go to him in front?
Yeah. Punch your way there. Use the jab up and down. Drop your feint. Quick left hand. Touch him. Touch on this guy. The guy's soft.
Let's see that knockdown or non-knockdown.
No punch at all.
Yeah.
Good call by Cortez. And here's a look at it from ref cam. And you can see right there, Hopkins' left foot was completely on top of the right foot of Robert Allen. So Joe Cortez called it perfectly as the conventional fighter's foot was locked up with the southpaw fighter's foot.
Hold the head down, Allen.
There you go, Ed. There you go, Ed. Just like that, baby. You're looking for the hook. You're going to try to jab and go to the hook. Keep working.
Roy Jones talks about Bernard Hopkins' discipline. One way that shows is he's about as consistent as anybody in keeping his right hand in a proper defensive position. And therefore, when he throws the straight right hand, he wraps it from around behind his shoulder. And there's another straight right hand over the top by Hopkins.
Left hand, I believe, that Allen landed stunned Hopkins just
right hook.
momentarily. Was it a right?
It was a right hook.
Most effective punch of the fight for Allen. And now a little straight left hand inside lands for Allen as their heads nearly bump.
Yeah, they have to be very careful of the clashing of heads because usually when these two type lefty and the righty fight, the headbutt is a very big issue.
Good straight right hand down the pipe for Hopkins, and then he stepped away. Bernard seems to be picking up the tempo just a little bit.
Yeah, he's trying to steal a little bit more now. Try to land some big shots here, pop shots that is, to get himself going.
But still, circling, moving away, countering, picking his spots.
And not doing anything.
Limited offense. I'm trying to put a good face on this, Larry.
There you go.
He's throwing one punch at a time.
Look me over. That was the ball.
Is this likely to build Allen's confidence, Roy Jones?
No, not really, because Allen doesn't throw many punches either. I mean, neither one of them are doing a whole lot right now. And I don't think Allen was lacking for confidence coming in anyway.
Straight right hands were the key to Hopkins' offensive performance against Allen in the second of their two fights. He used the straight right hand more liberally in the second fight than in the first, and that was where he did a lot of the damage.
Yeah, he's using it pretty good right now.
Yep. Another straight right hand in that exchange.
He's making weight. He's making weight.
A little left to the body. Bernard quite content for the moment to, as Larry pointed out, land one punch at a time.
Hey, Rob, listen, man.
Crowd not content with that, but Bernard is.
You gonna train too hard and let this guy be stealing these rounds. You know he's gonna try to steal the round.
He ain't doing nothing, Rob.
All he's doing is look to jump in with the right hand.
He got no left hand, man.
Let your shots go. I need the quick one, too. And when he comes close, turn the left uppercut under right away. All right? Do it now. Do it now. We can't let him steal no more rounds.
Gotta get a dog fight, baby.
You can't let him steal no more rounds, man.
Come on, King.
That's so smart.
Take a nice deep breath for me, baby.
Playing to keep him working.
Take a deep breath for me, son.
Keep him working.
Again, Allen is a natural right-hander who fights from the southpaw stance. And there you see that wide swinging hook at one point in the round, digging with the right and coming over with it again later in the round.
Go, let's get him out. Come on, John.
So he uses that as his all-purpose weapon. Jabs, hooks, uppercuts, crosses.
And now Allen gets in another chopping right over the top as they scuffle near the ropes. Hopkins comes back with his trademark straight right hand. Harold, how do you have it through three?
Okay, Jim. 3-0, 30-27, Bernard Hopkins. Jim, I got to tell you something. Bernard Hopkins, you know, when I watched him fight Keith Holmes, it was the same thing. He in essence, when he fights the southpaw, he goes the wrong way. I mean, we're looking at ring generalship. He should circle the other way, but even still, he's landed the straight right hands.
I have it 1 round each and 1 round even.
And Joe Cortez warns Bernard Hopkins to keep him up. Well, you heard Byron Oglesby, Robert Allen's trainer between rounds, and clearly he was thinking that Hopkins had won the third, and may have been thinking that Hopkins won the first two, as he ardently said to his fighter, you can't let him steal any more rounds. Stealing rounds is something you know how to do when you've been in the sport as long as this guy has.
Yeah, he stole a lot of them in his days. But he's a true veteran. And for Bernard, he's just going to try to wait Robert Allen out, let Robert get tired, land a few shots here, pick it up late, and hope he can make Robert quit like he tried to do the first time. He's not going to try to be out here trying to take stupid chances.
He can't stop fighting yet. He got to make weight. Top shot. You got to make weight, baby. It's too heavy. You got to make weight. There you go. There you go.
Again, Hopkins stepping forward with the straight right hand.
Fire and slide. Fire and slide. You want to try with that hook. Fire and slide.
All right, break out, break out, break out, break out, clean, break out.
You know, over and over and over again, Roy, I see the same thing. There's never a lot of solid punching contact in a Bernard Hopkins fight. Why is that?
I don't know. It's just that he waits for a little while and he pop shots to guys. He doesn't try to go throw a lot of big punches. He's not really a big puncher. He does most of his damage by an accumulation.
And he's good at making his opponents miss by just a little, so that they make contact, but it's non-essential contact.
That's what he wants to do. He wants to make his opponent miss just enough so that he can make contact. Something he learned from our first fight.
Because you boxed him all the way.
All night long. But he learned a lot out of that fight.
He's a better fighter technically today than he was then, isn't he, Roy?
Oh, yes, he is. Most definitely.
Well, crowd shows its continually growing restlessness with the fight that they're seeing, of course. Many in the house, Oscar De La Hoya fans, waiting for Oscar De La Hoya to fight.
Like drop the rain, son. Like drop the rain. It comes like drop the rain. Many times. Take a little rest, son. Take a little rest. Go with your doubles. You're going to be all right, son. Go with your doubles, baby. All right?
Challenge him. Challenge the guy. You ready. Do it. You got it. Give it, man.
No, believe, man.
Right
Come
now.
on.
Right, I need to see it in your eyes, man.
He's not ready.
You're doing
Rob.
everything. You're making every move. I need you to throw the punch.
Just you want it.
Throw the punch, man.
You gotta want it.
Throw the punch.
Huh? You gotta want it. You gotta want it, baby.
Go, get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
Fight number 3 between Bernard Hopkins and Robert Allen has so far been anything but a crowd pleaser. Hopkins, #1 ranked pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, according to Ring Magazine, is averaging 26 punches per round. In other words, a very limited punch output, or as Larry Merchant said earlier, he's not doing anything. Harold Letterman, however, will tell us after round 6 how he has the fight, and he gave the first 3 rounds to Bernard.
Break out clean, step back.
According to trainer Byron Oglesby of Robert Allen, he thinks Hopkins is stealing rounds. Now Allen seems to be stepping a little closer in this round, Roy, and trying to make more contact.
Yeah, they told him he has to punch more, which he really does have to do. But he's staying back, he's staying back waiting on Hopkins, and that's not going to really help him.
1 point.
And now here is a low blow delay
1 point.
as Hopkins gets time to recover, and Joe Cortez deducts a point from Robert Allen.
Was there a warning previously on a low blow?
Nope.
I don't remember it, and I don't see why that should be a point deduction.
I think perhaps the warning in the first round was about low blows. Remember the conversation
At the beginning of the fight.
Yeah. The conversation between Cortez and Allen very early in the fight. If that was about low blows, then that would be the pretext for taking away a point here. Now Hopkins complains to Cortez that Allen is butting him with the head. And a pretty good left hook here.
At least they're fighting now.
All right, stop. Let's go.
There you go. Touch that body. You gotta make weight. Touch that body. You gotta make weight. Oh, Robert.
Good hook by Hopkins.
Good body shots.
Touch that body. You gotta make weight. Touch that light heavyweight body. Don't fall. Hit him with the down right now. Yeah. Look at the light heavyweight. Touch him again, huh?
Allen just doesn't seem to believe in his punches. He won't throw enough. He just sits back and he waits, and he can't beat Bernard like this.
You see anything in Bernard's performance that suggests he's below par, Roy, that he might have distracted himself with all of the controversy about whether he would drop out of the fight because of Cortez, or is this just what Bernard wants to do with this?
This is just what happens when you fight a southpaw. That's all this is.
I
This
agree
has
with
nothing
Roy.
to do with Bernard.
Yeah, and also this is arguably the most important fight of his life, because if he wins it, he'll get the big payday that's eluded him for fighting De La Hoya.
That's right.
And so he's being a little bit extra cautious, perhaps.
Exactly. And don't be stupid now. You got the biggest fight of your life coming up. Don't take a stupid chance now. Why?
On the other hand, why would we be enticed to watching this guy Hopkins, whoever he is, fighting for a lot of money the next time? Because he certainly isn't looking like the world's best fighter.
Well, maybe it's exciting to watch him be so smart.
If I want to watch smart, I'll go to the spelling bee.
And here's a replay of the punch for which Joe Cortez took a point away from Robert Allen. Allen might say, hey, he was pulling me down with the left hand, but the bottom line is it was right on the cuff.
Yeah, and I think that's where Hopkins complaining about the referee kind of comes into an effect, because he never gave the guy a warning, which he should have given him a warning first. Also, Hopkins did put him to him with the left hook.
And there's Felix Sturm, opponent for Oscar De La Hoya tonight, 25 years old. Growing up, he says his hero was Oscar De La Hoya. But on the other hand, he appeared to us yesterday to be a confident athlete who didn't come here expecting to be just an accessory to a De La Hoya coronation. We'll see when that fight follows this one. CompuBox numbers in round 5. Hopkins' punch output was up to 36, and he landed 11. Robert Allen only 4 out of 50 punches. He's averaging only 4 landed punches per round. You heard Roy Jones say he just doesn't seem to have any confidence in his punches. He's not stepping up close to land them.
Good right hand by Hopkins.
Hunting and pecking with the right hand and landing it often enough to establish victory in most of these rounds.
All right, stop! Stop! Break out! Stop! Step back.
Left on the defense. Left on the defense.
Come on, Bernard. Let me out there.
A lot of people thought this would be a mismatch. Red Hot trainer Buddy McGirt was asked last night on ESPN what Hopkins had to do to win the fight, and his answer was, show up.
Good
Great
shot.
right hand.
That's what happens when Allen waits on Hopkins.
Allen swinging from a distance. Just not going to get anything done trying to punch from out there.
Heavyweight need a big shot. Look at him. Oh, look at
See how bad his balance is?
Another trip. Second time on the canvas in this fight for Allen. He was on the canvas 5 times in the second of their 2 fights, TKO 7 Hopkins.
Yeah, I don't understand his balance because he's off balance, and without Hopkins even helping him that time, he just fell.
And now there's blood on the bridge of Allen's nose. I'm not quite sure what brought it there.
From that right hand.
Execute him. Execute him. Come on, man. He's fighting. Execute him. Come on. Get it in.
Bernard, quick as a cobra with that one right hand shot at a time. Now he begins to follow up with the left hook. It's getting easier for Bernard Hopkins as he starts to wear Robert Allen down. And you heard Roy Jones say this is the Bernard Hopkins plan.
That's right. Just wait.
Round after round.
Wear him down a little bit, then he can start landing more punches, landing more effective punches, not taking any stupid chances. He's a very smart veteran fighter.
Get the win, look great next time.
That's right, when it counts.
Meanwhile, I'm not sure this is as exciting as watching bears hibernate.
Is it as exciting as watching Floyd Mayweather Jr. audition for the top pound-for-pound spot? Does it say that Dan Raphael at USA Today is more correct in ranking Mayweather ahead of Hopkins as opposed to the other way around?
Perhaps.
Some people will talk about that because Mayweather's performance was surely more spectacular 2 weeks ago. Good right hand again by Hopkins. Ducked the left, landed the right, stepped away.
Textbook stuff.
Look for the loop.
Sometimes moving to the right, sometimes moving to the left. Shifts his feet, gets into a different position, pops Allen with the right hand again.
And he's
In and out, side to side.
And he's eventually going to catch Allen with the overhand right.
Let's go. Go ahead.
Cortez getting busier.
Hey,
Allen having difficulty hitting
Calm
Hopkins,
down,
decides
man.
to talk to him
You got
instead.
to make him fight, man. Breathe long and slow. Breathe long and slow. Breathe long and slow. I need to see it in your eyes. I know you're going to get this thing, man.
okay, my man. You got a problem? Okay, I want a clean fight. Remember what I told you in the dressing room? I want good sportsmanlike conduct. I told you that before. Come on, Rob. Suck it up, baby. All right? Oh, my bad. You all right? I want good sportsmanlike conduct, okay? I'm doing good, ain't All right. That's all I want. I'm asking. I'm doing good sportsmanlike.
Robert trying something, Cortez. Cortez got it. Robert forcing something.
Let's go. Get him out.
Well, in an effort to speed things along, I almost called for Harold's scorecard 2 rounds early. Now we're ready. Harold, how do you have it after this?
Okay, Jim, I got to tell you something. I can't find anything to give around to Robert Allen. You know, 6-0, 60-53. Bernard the execution of Hopkins. You got to take you got to make round 5 a 10-8 round. Take a point away from Allen. Michel Cortez took that point for low blows. I think that point that Joe took might have been a little bit.
Well, you know, Roy, you're pretty good.
I just told you that the last round, he's going to catch him sooner or later with the overhand right. He's been had him set up for it. Just was a matter of time.
You okay? Come on.
That's pretty astonishing, Roy.
And this fight should be over now because Hopkins is not going to let him off, I don't think.
It was the 7th round in which Hopkins finished Allen in their previous fight. It's the 7th round here as Hopkins begins to humiliate Allen with a fusillade of punches. Allen gets in a little counter right hand. Hopkins walks through it and keeps coming. Body shot, moves Allen back into position with his shoulder to square him up again and keeps hitting it.
And Allen has no balance, though. That's the problem. He can't throw sharp punches because he has no balance.
He looks like he doesn't have any heart for this, is what it looks like.
Come on, turn around.
No balance. His balance is horrible. Same shot again.
Suddenly, in round 7, it begins to get easy for Bernard Hopkins.
I told you he was just waiting him out, let the guy get tired, take his time, then make it happen. He knows what he's doing.
The ultimate professional, the executioner at work.
Well, here it looks like a predator has invaded the hibernating bear's cage.
You okay, my man?
Hopkins, who through the first part of the fight was averaging 26 punches per round, 106 of them thrown in the first 4 rounds, may wind up throwing 100 punches in this round.
Good right hand by Hopkins.
And a vicious left hook to the body. And Allen is wobbly as he moves back. Hopkins looking to land one more right hand shot.
He will. It's just a matter of time.
Another vicious left hook to the body scores for Hopkins. And he mauls Allen against the ropes as Cortez tries to pull him apart.
Hopkins throwing low blows and Cortez not taking points from him, though.
That's right. He got one verbal warning over there in the corner the last time when he was mauling Allen about a minute ago.
There was the move.
Cortez didn't even bother to pull him off to warn him.
Watch the bell hand. All right.
A very discouraged Robert Allen goes back to his corner, having been ripped by Bernard Hopkins in the 7th.
And here you'll see he was feinting down with the left, with the right hand, and coming right over the top. Allen has been open for it all night. I saw it in the last round. This is why I told you he was going to get caught eventually. Hopkins looks down like he's going to go look by there and comes with the overhand right. Boom. Right on the mark. Down Allen goes.
And like the great pitcher who changes speeds, Hopkins sometimes throws that right hand at slider speed. That was the fastball. Don't sit up for the slider when the fastball's coming.
Come on, big and deep, man.
Hey, look, that was your wake-up call, man. That was your wake-up call, man. That was your wake-up call. Fight the guy. You just stay right there and keep working. Make him walk into one.
Allen certainly doesn't look like he believes his trainer or he believes in himself.
In round 7, Bernard Hopkins landed 30 power shots. Many of them straight right hands, which hurt Allen. One of them put him on the canvas. And also, of course, those left hooks to the body, which continue to help set up the damage upstairs. Round 8 begins with another right hand.
The same overhand right. Oh,
and Allen catches Hopkins with a straight left. And a right hand that landed flush.
Hopkins better not get crazy here.
And a third right hand by Allen.
Hopkins better not get crazy here. And Allen better not either. He'll get knocked out.
Hopkins momentarily stunned, Roy?
No, Hopkins is fine.
And the crowd wants to know why Cortez pulled Allen off.
It looked to me like they had free hands.
But after being dormant the entire fight, Robert Allen suddenly erupted with a series of power shots.
Now, why would he do that all night is what I'm wondering. Why he doesn't throw his punches.
That's why his trainer Byron Oglesby is wondering, saying over there in the corner, I hope that was your wake-up call. I hope you're ready to fight now.
He won't throw his hands.
I think he had trouble reaching Hopkins while Hopkins was moving away from him, being purely defensive. Once Hopkins started to get a little bit more offensive, he was in his range.
I think that's a very good call.
I think it's because he's not trying to cut the ring off on Hopkins at all. He's following Hopkins around instead of cutting the ring off.
Step back. Step back.
Well, he made that point in round 1, but now he's continuing to pop Hopkins with little right hands.
But he's
lands 2 there.
But he's still following Hopkins. You're watching, he's still following. He's not really cutting the ring off.
Well, that means that Hopkins is going to get more opportunities to land power shots.
Hopkins is going to lead him into something if he's not careful.
Now, of course, Hopkins, crafty as he is, having taken a few punches from Allen here in the round, is already plotting how to use that against Allen, right?
Yeah, he's using that to make Allen tired. You see he's moving around. He's not standing still now. He had Allen set with left hook in. He just threw the body shot just to make sure it's there. And he knows he can hit Allen with a hard shot anytime he really gets ready.
But Allen's looking for the right hand a lot more now.
Yeah, he is. Allen just does not punch enough.
Allen reluctant to keep the pressure up. Hopkins kind of biding his time the latter part of the round. Harold Letterman has been searching to find a round to give to Robert Allen, and I think he may have found one.
It's not over yet, though.
Well, give Allen credit. He came back from off the floor in the last round, stood his ground, landed a few good shots.
And round 9 coming up in Hopkins versus Allen as Oscar De La Hoya stands up in his dressing room with a smile on his face, preparing to appear for the first time at 160 pounds, fighting against full-fledged middleweight Felix Stern.
And Allen realized the overhand right hurt him, so he said, let me try an overhand left. And boom, there goes the shot, wide open, as clean as you can ask for, and Bernard's knees did not even buckle. And right here he came right back and led with the right hook instead of the left this time, and caught Hopkins with his hands down, but once again, it didn't appear to really hurt Hopkins at all.
What?
Yep.
Well, on the second punch, the one that landed up around the temple, Bernard was able to roll away a little bit.
Yeah, he was moving away with both of them, actually, but still.
Now, box numbers in round 8. Hopkins only 10 out of 31. Allen 13 out of 50. And a 12-8 edge in power connects. And the mystery is solved. How to give a round to Robert Allen. Give him that one. Round 9 begins. Hopkins still thoroughly in control. Allen perhaps, though, with a new initiative to try to go forward.
And as you say, Roy, he follows him around. He does not know how to cut off the ring.
Drives him into the corner with a shot to the chest. Hopkins comes back with a straight right hand upstairs.
Let's go.
It's a little late. He's got a long way to try to come back from. I don't think he can come back at this point.
Allen landed a low blow. That could have cost him another point. But Cortez was on the far side of Hopkins, may not have seen it.
Good hook by Hopkins.
Good right hand by Allen. Excellent hook by Allen coming back from Hopkins' left hook. Robert Allen's never had a knockout past the 9th round. He would need something like that to happen here after having appeared to lose perhaps all of the first 8 rounds, and that's the 4th time that Allen has been on the canvas.
And once again, it's that bad balance that I told you about.
That's the 9th time he's been down in the last 2 fights.
So in the last 16 rounds against Hopkins, Allen has been on the canvas 9 times.
3 times from punches.
Only 3 of them are called knockdowns. Little left hook upstairs for Bernard Hopkins, and he walks away. Allen starts to set to try to punch, and Hopkins walks away again. Allen tries to set again, and Hopkins hits him with a left hook to the body.
The body shot hurt Allen real bad then. The body shot really hurt Allen
He wasn't
bad.
expecting it.
No, he wasn't. And Allen, once again, as you saw, was following Hopkins. That's how he ran into that body shot then, because he's following Hopkins. He won't cut the ring off. He follows Hopkins.
Hold right there.
You can tell when a guy's been hurt by a body shot because he holds his arm real close to his body.
And he got it real close to there now.
In the next 10 seconds.
Roy, can you project what you see from Hopkins here to De La Hoya?
No, it's very difficult to project that. It all depends on the fight that De La Hoya brings to the ring, too, because Hopkins will look 100% better than this, trust me, against a right-handed fighter.
Well, that fight will almost certainly be fought at a much faster pace.
Yes, it will.
If it takes place.
It's just like he did with Tito. The fight before fighting Tito, he didn't look good at all because he had a lackluster opponent, which I think was a southpaw. And when he came to the real battle, he did his thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Trinidad was the aggressor throughout.
Well, Oscar De La Hoya's not going to run from him.
It was Keith Holmes that he fought before Trinidad. I was wrong about the Eccles thing. There was a
Listen, look at me.
fight with
And
Eccles
listen
before
to
the
me
tournament.
clear. You got to touch the guy and win the round. He just want a sparring match, man. Listen to me, man. I need some Vaseline. I got it. Listen, Rob. Listen again, man. I need to look at me, man. We right here now. What round? Rob, this the 10th round, man. You got to win these next 3 rounds, man, or we a done deal, man.
Come on, Jim. All right. Chad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good job.
That's what we want.
Yes.
We don't need big shots. We need fast shots. When it rains, it doesn't rain one punch.
Right here you see Allen walking behind Hopkins, and Hopkins leads him right into the left hook to the body. He thought Hopkins was coming to the head. He was nowhere at all ready for that shot, and it hurt him real bad.
Allen making about $500,000 for this fight, which is twice as much as he made for the first 2 fights between them combined.
Harold, how do you have it scored tonight?
Okay, Jim. 8 rounds to 1, 89-80. Bernard the executioner Hopkins. Jim, I swear the only round that I find that I could give to Robbie Allen, without question, was round 8. I mean, he just doesn't throw enough punches. He's, not busy at all. Bernard landing all the clean shots. So it's Hopkins 8-1 on clean punching.
Good shot. Good right hand by Hopkins.
Come on, Bernard. Keep your hands up, Bernard. Bernard, get your hands up.
That's my X. Straight that X to the crossover.
Allen's trainer, Byron Oglesby, said you got to win these next 3 rounds or else we're toast. I got news for him. You can win the next 3 rounds big, they're still toast.
With butter on it.
Not sure why he didn't tell him to go try to knock the man out.
Come on, let's go.
Hopkins gets away with one right below the belt line. Comes back with a vicious left hook to the body. That's another body shot that hurt Robert Allen.
Yep. Because he's not ready for these body shots. And the problem is, Robert Allen has a very muscular build, but he can't punch because he can't get any balance.
A very muscular build is not always a great thing in boxing.
Not good at all in boxing.
You want the loose, long, quick muscles. There's a good left hand over the top by Allen.
But look how badly off balance he was right after that.
And Hopkins comes back with a straight right hand to even things out.
The stronger man is not always the master.
On the face. On the face, baby. On the face. Keep up. Drop that chain, baby. Drop that chain.
Another good solid straight left hand by Allen, just not enough of that. Occasionally he'll step in and land one big punch. And Hopkins comes back with a right and a left hook and drives him away again.
And hurts him really bad with those body shots.
Feet first, boy, say. Let's go. Let's go. Let it go. On the top. Let's go.
Come, Bernard, let him go, Bernard. Stop! Right there. Stop right there. Let's go.
Right side.
One of the things that Hopkins told us is that he makes his opponents fight. He's having a hard time making Allen fight.
Hard time. Let's go.
Hey, man, listen, dog. Robert. Hey.
Right here, man.
Whatever you got to do in your mind, you got to do it now, man.
Come on, baby.
You got to stop this guy, man.
Come on. Yo, come on. We counting on you, man. Come on. Let them things go, man.
Robert, you
Come
got
on,
to sit down and do it for you, man. Listen.
Big D. Come on.
Man, wake up. Hold your head down for. Man, you got to fight the guy with both hands. All I see is one hand. Let your hands go, man. You got nothing to lose but fight this guy. Hold your hand. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice deep breath. Okay? Oh, you got a gas tank. You ain't worried about the gas tank. Take him in the center of the ring, son. Center of the ring.
Well, it's easier for the trainer to say, go ahead and let your hands go. He's not the one who's getting countered by straight right hands and left hooks to the body.
Exactly. He's making a valid point, but he's making it way too late. And then Allen keeps letting his head down every time the trainer says something like he doesn't really believe in it.
He doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear that he can make a fight out of it, because he looks like he's just going to be satisfied to let go the distance if he can.
Hopkins going to the 11th and 12th rounds for the 13th time in his career. Allen for the 3rd time. Experience gap there.
Hopkins is basically just picking him apart now. He just landing one shot and move, and land one shot and move, and just keep it safe, you know, stay ahead of the fight and win it.
And with so much at stake, Bowie Fischer doesn't have to tell Bernard Hopkins to keep it safe. Hopkins has had that covered from the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, he does, but sometimes it's good to reiterate it so that he doesn't get a little off focus and try to knock the guy out.
Terrific 4-punch combination for Bernard Hopkins, showing off a little bit here in round 11. But once again, putting himself back into Allen's punching range. We saw what happened in the 8th round when Hopkins got a little careless after having hammered Allen so badly in the 7th. And he takes a straight left hand down the pipe.
Robbie, real quick with it. Sharp. Robbie, real quick. There you go. Real sharp. Real quick. You gotta watch the range now. Come on. You gotta watch the range.
Allen just doesn't want it bad enough.
Hold her head down, my man. Don't hold her head. Let's go. All right, come on, let's go.
It's a wrap. Body shot is a wrap. Body shot is a wrap. Body shot is a wrap. What I tell you? Body shot is a wrap.
Allen billed it as a rough fight. He hasn't done enough to make it a rough fight.
Nope, not enough punches.
I guess he can go out now and win 13 more fights against guys you and I have never heard of and get another shot. That's how boxing works today with these corrupt organizations.
No, it'll be tough for him to get another shot off of this performance because he's not really doing anything in his opportunity. They'll give you 1 or 2 opportunities, but once you don't cash in or you don't show that you really want it bad enough, they start to look away from you.
Sometimes the control against the governing organizations and their mandatory rankings has to be a television executive somewhere along the line who says, nope, the public doesn't want to see that.
Hey, Rob, you got to let man, listen. Hey, dog, listen, give me that again, Cash. And hold your head up and let's go, man. Listen, Rob, you're going to watch this tape, man, and you're going to be mad at yourself, man, if you don't fight this guy, man. You got to put your ass on the line, man, with this guy. Challenge the guy. Stop backing up and pulling out. We got...
Last round, we'll touch him up.
Listen, man, we got to put this guy on his back, man. Come on, baby. Rob.
Take him out, Rob.
Rob.
3 minutes, baby. Come on.
Can you do it? Give me everything, man. Give me every
round, okay? Don't get wild, stay in the center, and don't get too careless, all right, son? You'll be home straight.
Let's go. Be out. I got to clean. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Put your ass on the line.
Come on, let's go out the ring.
Well, at the end of the 11th round, the crowd was booing, but Bernard Hopkins was smiling, and Roy Jones pointed out to you early in the fight, Bernard doesn't need anybody's approval. He touches gloves to begin the 12th and immediately pops Allen with a left hook over the top.
One thing the trainer did say was that Allen's going to look back at this tape and be very mad at himself.
Let him out clean. Let him out clean. Let him out. Step back. Let him out. Let him out.
It looks like his answer to the humiliation of their second fight is simply to try to go to distance in the third fight.
Good body shot again by Hopkins.
A masterfully indifferent performance by Bernard Hopkins. Risking little, taking advantage of what's there right in front of him, landing when necessary, exposing himself as little as possible, setting up the bigger business to come down the road.
Best thing he can do.
Win this fight, look good in the next one.
Yep, no sense of taking no stupid chances. This is what got him where he is. Keep going with what works.
12th round, age 39, still in command of his feet, still able to dance, move in either direction.
Are there ways of taking smart chances?
Yeah, he's doing it now. Take a pop shot, take a swing at him every now and then, see if you can clip him.
Fighting with a little smile on his face.
Like that.
Because it has become easy for Hopkins here in the late rounds. Maybe he wants one of those 12th round knockouts, as was the case in the Trinidad fight. But it's not really necessary here.
I think I'll just correct you a bit. I think that fight was 11th round, Jim.
Sorry about that. I'm sure you're right. Bottom line was that the issue had long been decided,
but it was a fight. It was a real fight because Felix Trinidad is a real fighter.
He's Felix Trinidad. That's right. At the end of the fight, we will have Joe Cortez's microphone open so that if any byplay takes place between the champion fighter and the referee he tried to get dislodged, we'll be able to hear it. The referee who hung in, stood his ground and said, I don't care if the whole card's going to come down, I'm keeping my assignment. And ultimately it was Hopkins who backed down.
You think these people who are booing Hopkins will come back in September to see him fight De La Hoya?
Yep, they sure will.
Thumbs up on that one.
Assuming, of course, that De La Hoya wins his part of the bargain.
Pound for pound.
Michael Buffer ready now with the decision in this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand, we go to the scorecards. Carol Castellano and Jerry Roth, 119 to 107. Patricia Jarman, 117 to 109, all for the winner by unanimous decision. 18 straight title defenses and still the universally recognized middleweight champion of the world, Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins.